This is Gabriel Frederick Beyer Denig at week 28. And basically from this point out we'll have a ultrasound at 28, a ultrasound at 32, an ultrasound at 36. If I'm still pregnant at week 40, we'll have an ultrasound at week 40. Basically, since I'm diabetic, they want to make sure that he doesn't get too big. So this ultrasound is basically them taking measurements, checking to see how big he's gotten in the last 2 months. And the good news is he's not huge. Yay! I like this. He is actually at week 20. He was 2 days above?
1 day.
1 day above his due date. And now at week 28, he's 2 days behind his due date. So this morning he happened to be really sleepy. He was really active about 6 in the morning and was really sort of going to town, moving around, and we got there and there's his leg bone. And they're comparing them there.
2 days.
2 days
but
behind.
that's within tolerances for the measurements.
Yeah, that's well within tolerance, so there's nothing to be worried about or concerned about. And I sort of like him a little on the small side. So you're going to get to really sort of just see him sleep. Yeah, he was really active at 6, and then we got there, and ka-thunk, 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 there's his heart. We got there at 10:15, 10:30, and he was napping. I had a cup of coffee on the way, but nope. Didn't work this morning. On the good side, we get to see a lot of his profile. That's his head. Sort of there if you can see it.
He's sort of pouting his lips.
Yeah, he's sort of pouting his little bottom lip out. I know it's really blurry. His little lips are really sticking out there. It looks like he's got a big old schnoz. He's laying on his back, taking a nap. That was his lip that she just pointed to. His ribs. I don't know what that second one was.
Or the third.
Or the third one.
More ribs?
I think they're checking internal organs and spine and all of that sort of thing. Oh, they're checking the water. They're checking the amount of fluid that he has in there with him to make sure I'm not dehydrated. You're just going to lay there. See, she's trying to wake him up, trying to get him to move around a little bit. He's just laying there. Now when you see him start to sort of wiggle here a little bit, that's because Mike and I are talking to him. Actually, there where he's wiggling a little bit, I'm sort of nudging him. He's sort of like, go away, I'm sleepy. Mike and I start talking to him, and he sort of wiggles a little on his own, and he's right back out. Just sleeping solid. I'm trying to get him, trying to wake him up. Not having any of it. It gives me a pretty good kick here in a second, but there you see he's sort of poking me, but just out. Sleeps like his daddy, can't wake him up. Unfortunately, now is when she starts taking pictures, and it's sort of like you can't really see that well.
Well, you can see his forehead and
Yeah, you see his
his
forehead.
nose and his little lips.
Yeah, there's actually a good sort of going in and out
And
of
again,
focus.
he's
but-
got his hand sort of up in front of his face.
Yeah. Doesn't look like he's actually sucking his thumb, but he's just, I think, really tempted to suck his thumb. He's thinking awfully hard about it.
No, he's gonna pull back for boxing. He's gonna box on your belly.
Yeah, that's what he does. We thought, actually, when they first turned it on and she was sort of looking for him, she couldn't figure out how he was laying there, and actually he had his head on my left side, and she was like, now where are his feet? And she's looking all over the right side, and she finally came back over. She went, oh, his feet are above his head. He's folded in half. So, I think a lot of times, every time he has the hiccups, it's on my left. He spends a lot of time with his head on my left side. That's it. See you again in 4 weeks.